I'm Mr. Hartgrave, and this is everything you need to know about Super Skrull. We're going to go ahead and give a brief overview of Super Skrull, but before we do that, plus we're going to show gameplay from the test server. We're going to do all kinds of cool stuff with Super Skrull, as much cool stuff as I can possibly do with the access that I have. But before all that, and everything you need to know about Super Skrull, first, this very important announcement. As a music lover, I've gone through a lot of headphones through the years. I'm currently using Clocks noise-canceling headphones. They're more affordable than other Bluetooth headphones while sacrificing none of the sound quality. Use the link below and the code Mr. Hartgrave for 6% off and keep digging. So here we have some very early access to Super Skrull. I was actually surprised to get this level of access to Super Skrull. Yeah, I guess it'll be cool to kind of have some idea of what he's going to be like. Although right now we are in the past, man. If you're looking at this because you just unlocked Super Skrull, you're probably 6 months to 1 year in the future from where I'm at when I'm recording this. So you're like playing a different game. But let me just give you my thoughts about Super Skrull as it stands right now. First off, for Isotope 8, I'm thinking Raider. That makes sense. The development team backed that up as well. But you can go Striker here. You can go Skirmisher as well. I just think Raider's good because a lot of his attacks are area attacks. But look, Super Skrull's so OP right now, I don't think it really matters. But yeah, I'm thinking Raider on that. For the purposes of this test, let me get this out of the way right here. I took him to 7 yellow and 5 red. Like, so fully powered up Super Skrull. Tier 17, although by the time we are getting Super Skrull, it'll probably be tier 18, tier 19 will be the norm. We're going to max out all of his tier 4s, and I would expect at some point they're even going to empower this character and make him even stronger. I can't imagine that they wouldn't. Okay, let's get to the rest of the list. The first thing you need to know about Super Skrull is that he's like Dormammu. So think about how Dormammu was when he first came into Marvel Strike Force. That is the intention of Super Skrull. An extremely strong character that basically once they get a turn, once they get to their ultimate, they're killing everybody. Everybody dies when you get to the ultimate with Super Skrull. So your goal will be, if you're fighting a Super Skrull team, to kill Super Skrull. And then your goal, if you're playing with a Super Skrull team, is to get Super Skrull to his ultimate. And that's pretty much it. Super Skrull does not have a set team, but let's talk more about that in the next bullet point. You are going to get the most out of Super Skrull's kit when he is paired with 2 heroes and 2 villains. So his kit kind of unlocks when you spawn with 2 heroes and 2 villains, or whether they enter the battlefield on your side. There's a lot of interesting mechanics there with that concept, and it leads to theory crafting, and that's what Super Skrull is all about. Is he is about theory crafting, and maybe that's why they gave me the early access, because everyone's worried right now in the game. They're like, I don't have any more theory crafting, everything's cookie cutter teams. Well, Super Skrull kind of is an answer to that, or at least an attempt to answer that. And this is the team that I'm going to be using him with. This is what we're going to test in War. This is what we're going to test in Cosmic Crucible. Kestrel, Nick Fury. It's a great duo. They're heroes. And another thing that's cool is that Nick Fury spawns more heroes, and Super Skrull has this really interesting mechanic. I believe it's on his passive if my memory serves me correct. And that is he gains extra damage and focus for each hero ally, up to a maximum of 50%. So if he has 5 hero allies, he'll get plus 50% damage. How do you get 5 hero allies? Nick Fury, boys. Now, if you have more heroes, you can kind of get that up higher. But I also want to get some of the benefits from villains. It's not so much on his passive. It's on his other moves. I believe, is it his ultimate move here? Where if you have villains, yeah. His ultimate move is actually powered up by villain allies. If you have 2 or more villain allies, this attack does an additional 300% piercing damage. That's a huge amount of damage, especially with Super Skrull's stats. He is a stat beast. Super Skrull has insane statistics, 80,000 damage, huge amount of health. He is insane, but he's kind of slow. So that's another thing that Nick Fury's going to help you out with. He's going to give him that speed up. He's going to give him that protection from the summons. It's just a really good choice. I think they're actually probably thinking that that's what a lot of people are going to do because they have this scroll outfit for Nick Fury as well. I don't know. It seems like kind of a hand tip. I really hope his summons are also scrolls. I think that would be awesome. But yeah, this is the only other scroll in the game is the costume for Nick Fury. So I'm thinking that sounds kind of logical. And if you're going to bring Nick Fury, why don't you bring Kestrel? On the villain side of things, I like Doctor Doom and Kang. Kang because, oh my God, he's like the best plug and play character possible. So if you need an extra villain, great. Doctor Doom, the Doom bots are going to give him extra armor and resistance. And I don't know, Doctor Doom, giving Super Skrull 3 turns just sounds crazy OP to me. So this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing. Weighing the value. Another reason I picked this team is because right now in this meta, if I pull Kang, Doctor Doom, Nick Fury, and Kestrel, I'm really not breaking up any of my other teams that I use for things. It's really an entirely unique team. If I had Super Skrull today, this is the team I would make today. And then yes, for the purposes of testing, let's say it right here. Everybody's level 95. A lot of them are I think they're all tier 17 actually. And is that a tier 17? That's a tier 17 Doctor Doom. Good for me. And then everybody is, we have 7 red on Kestrel, 7 red on Nick Fury, only 4 red on Kang the Conqueror. I assume by the time we get to the end game point that by the time we get to the future, everyone's going to have a 7 red Kang the Conqueror. Man, I would love to have a 7 red Doctor Doom, but those dark promo credits are tough. So I don't know if that's going to happen. All right, let's go talk about the next thing. Kind of 2 bullet points in one. It's actually 2 bullet points. It's actually 2 bullet points. Plug and play and needs a team. I don't know. Is he plug and play? Does he need a team? He needs a team. So I think unlike Dormammu, he's not going to solo a board. You can't just bring in just You could bring it back when Dormammu was launched. You could just bring in Dormammu and win. With Super Skrull, he really needs support to work. So he needs Theorycraft to work. He's not going to work as a standalone character. He needs a team built around him. He does not have a team. They are asking you to take extra characters and build him a team. So that's why, that's the whole thing. That's Super Skrull. Get used to it. Next point. For this bullet point, we're going to have to go to the test server. Let's see what Super Skrull can do in today's current war meta. We're going to throw him at the biggest war teams I can find on the test server. Let's go. We are going to start with this Apocalypse Nowhere team. The word was that if you have Super Skrull and a good team, you can beat Nowhere on defense. But if you have, if this was Nowhere with Super Skrull, then you would struggle unless you were also bringing Nowhere with Super Skrull. And the idea was remember back in the day when we had Darkhold and then we had Dormammu Darkhold? Darkhold really couldn't beat Dormammu Darkhold. That's going to be the same idea with Super Skrull. So the best counter, the best thing you're going to do with Super Skrull is, if you mirror match and then add Super Skrull, you'll win the mirror match. If you're doing Gamma versus Gamma and you pull off, Abomination throwing Super Skrull, you're more likely to win that matchup now. But let's go ahead and try this one. Let's see what Super Skrull does to Apocalypse. That's really my main question when I'm thinking about Super Skrull right now is, what's he going to do to Apocalypse? What kind of damage can we expect him to do to Apocalypse? How's he going to stand up to that? Apocalypse was the old Chase character, and now Super Skrull is the new Chase character. And just wait in this video, I'm going to show you the ultimate Apocalypse. This is a warm-up. So what we're going to do is we are going to target the character that we want to die. Because what Super Skrull does is he puts Expose down. Expose can't be removed. Expose can be resisted, but it can't be removed. And once it's down and you hit a character with Exposed, all sorts of other nasty things start to happen. So we've got Exposed on Apocalypse, and then we're going to hit him. And then, he starts losing Safeguard. He starts getting disrupted. He gets defense down. It just starts getting nasty on him in a hurry. So you can do things to characters you weren't able to do if you can expose them. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Kang special over here. That's probably going to kill. That's going to kill Apocalypse. Easy stuff. We'll go ahead and ultimate from Kestrel onto Nova. Now, Nova is a beast when it comes to war, even defense or offense, but I don't think we're going to have a problem here. This team that we've developed is pretty ugly. We're going to have to find something pretty powerful to stand up to it, quite honestly. Especially now, here comes the Super Skrull Ultimate. You can see Nova's almost at full health. I kind of expect him to be one shot here. That's what this does. The Super Skrull Ultimate is disgusting. Let's go ahead and hit it. And yeah, that one shot and almost full health Nova. That's how nasty it is. Next up, if we're talking war, we got to talk Gamma. Let's see how it holds up against Gamma. So Gamma, you know, between Apocalypse and Darkhold and Gamma, they're probably your hardest war defenses, except for Nowhere, which is going to be pretty ugly. But let's go ahead and check this one out. In my experience, there wasn't a problem with it. We just ignored Red Hulk. We just started hitting Red Hulk. It's like, get your charges, dude. I don't care. Doesn't matter. We're going to expose you. We're going to kill you. You just go after who you want to kill. Except here we have Taunt. We have Green Hulk in the way, so we're going to have to deal with that. Let's go ahead and still start off with the special. We're going to expose Green Hulk now. So Green Hulk's exposed, and that's probably going to do all sorts of gross things to him. We took that hit from Red Hulk. We'll go ahead and Kang special in here, which is going to do some pretty hefty damage onto that Green Hulk. But Green Hulk's still kicking, but he's going to keep that exposed. He can clear everything else, but he can't clear exposed. And I believe I want to hit into this exposed. Yes, if primary target is exposed, clear all barrier on primary target. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough of a big deal. I kind of feel like I want to go hit Red Hulk, but I guess I'll just go ahead and hit Green Hulk. We'll hit into that exposed. We ended up hitting Red Hulk anyways. Maybe we should have just hit him. Oh, we're going to take the Red Hulk Ultimate. Are we actually going to lose? I don't know. Let's see. Super Skrull has that ability where if he goes below a certain health, he gets turn bar, which is probably going to save him right here. We will go ahead and throw some defense down over here on the left. And I think it's going to be that ultimate from Super Skrull. Super Skrull is so gross. Yeah, here comes the ultimate. And let's see if it can one-shot a full Gamma team. They're all like at full, like Red Hulk's at full health. Let's see if this does it. I'm going to slow this down. I want to see this in all of its glory. We should not have won this attack. Okay, it does not one-shot a full Gamma. But it came close. It came close. It's pretty gross. It did pretty amazing things. I think the Kang ultimate is actually what's going to end this fight, or come close to ending this fight, because we have a lot of death proof out there. We're going to see if Super Skrull can now hang with a Gamma and a radiation poisoning on the battlefield. Is this too much of a challenge for him? I know I did this fight when I wasn't filming and we won, so maybe there was some kind of variable, but here, look, he's hanging in. He's got full health. Super Skrull is just hanging in there. Okay, I'm going to put that. I don't know if it matters. I'll put the exposed on Red Hulk and just kill him, and then the splash damage is going to destroy everybody else. We've got a She-Hulk out here. No, he's still going to win. This should have been a loss. Oh my God, Super Skrull is balling, dude. Does it matter what other characters are with him? I don't know. That's insane. This is actually more impressive. I believe last time we won, I think last time they triggered Doom and gave Super Skrull 3 turns right off the bat, and that's what helped me beat Gamma without losing the whole team. But yeah, this is just stupid. Let me see if there's any other war teams. If not, we'll head over to Cosmic Crucible. All right, for this one, let's do some Theory Craft versus some Theory Craft. Here we got my Super Skrull team versus Apocalypse, Chavez, Spider Weaver, 2099, Dormammu. Man, all right, that's a tough team. It's like all of the best plug-and-play characters in the game versus our new plug-and-play character. I have no idea how this is going to go. I want to see something beat Super Skrull. That's my goal. I want to see if anything in this game can take him out, or if we're basically going to be waiting for new characters that can beat Super Skrull by the time, he's launched. All right, 2099 comes in. Super Skrull gets a turn. Super Skrull gets a turn. He can put that exposed down. He's going to throw ability block on the primary target. So I could ability block out Weaver here and just prevent that from happening. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw the exposed on her. I'm going to ability block her out. I can follow up right into her. Might even take her out. Took her out once. Oh, that was actually a bad idea. I shouldn't have killed her once because now she doesn't have ability block on her, Mr. Heartgrave. That was very, very stupid. But let's see. I can run around here with Kang, which isn't bad. I still do want to like kill this Weaver. Oh, Weaver got charges on me. Now I got a problem. Now I got worries. All right, let's get some Fury minions out here. That actually powers up Super Skrull, makes him do more damage. You know, this might be key to the one-shot ability of his ultimate. The more heroes you have out, that's how I might have actually one-shot that entire Gamma team if I would have had more heroes out. And this is unavoidable. It's unavoidable, and it has extra focus, so it doesn't matter that the... I don't think it matters that Weaver has those charges out. I don't know. Let's find out. Does it go around the Weaver charges, or is this going to miss? No, it killed everybody. It wrecked everybody because we had those heroes out there. I think that Fury and Super Skrull, I know that they were trying to say, like, you could theory craft around this. And there's Fury's the character. Fury's the one that you want with Super Skrull. Like 1,000% it's Fury. Because if you can get... just with Fury and Super Skrull, if those two survive, you can have 40 plus 40% damage on the board. If you have just one more hero, you're getting the plus 50% damage. And if you're getting that on his ultimate, then you're winning pretty much any fight you're going to go against in this game right now. I think that pretty much answers our question. Does Super Skrull war? The answer is hell yes. I think he's going to be better on offense than on defense because, like I was saying just now, if you know what Super Skrull does, then you can counter him. If you see Super Skrull and Fury on defense, you know what's going on. Bring Kestrel in. And it's going to shut down those summons. You know if you control the amount of heroes on there, it's going to nerf out his ultimate. You also know you want to get rid of him. So you can take him out if he's not protected. And he's slow. So if he's not protected, he's not getting that speed up, you're going to be able to control him. You're going to be able to take him out. I imagine that most characters you use, if you're playing them versus the computer, you're going to be able to beat these Super Skrull teams. They're not going to be invincible. This is not the invincible Super Skrull we're talking about here, but it's going to give you amazing offensive power. All right, the last thing we're going to check out is Cosmic Crucible Arena. We're going to go into the future. Right? That's why I took all these characters up so high. Usually I test these lower stars on the test server. But for Super Skrull, we're literally going into the future of the game. So what's the future of the game? What's the future of Cosmic Crucible going to look like? Well, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like a full Horseman team. Apocalypse and his Horsemen. Now, don't have Empowered Apocalypse for this test. I wish I did, because that's probably going to be a reality as well, but we're just going to have to test it the way it is and draw our conclusions from that. Keeping in mind, it doesn't really matter because none of us are there yet. But if any team in the game is going to give Super Skrull a run for his money, I feel like it's going to be Apocalypse and his Horsemen. I feel like this is going to be a meta team. I've been saying this for a while. All these other teams are going to drop off. Darkhold, Gamma, Unlimited X-Men, Deathseed, they're all going to fall by the way. After a few months, 6 months, we're not going to see those teams around anymore. They're going to be outdated. Maybe they'll be, as fringe uses like an Infinity Watch. They won't be this amazing meta teams that they are now. But the Apocalypse and Horseman team is here to stay, okay? So let's give this a shot. Did this keep my red stars? Yes, it kept my red stars. So that's a 7 red Rogue, 7 red Hulk, 7 red Morgan Le Fay. They should all be tier 17. I don't know, for some reason on the test server, it like downgrades the characters by a gear tier. It's kind of a weird thing. I don't know what that's about. I had to go get my dog. I don't know if you heard that or not, but she was losing her mind. Someone was on the phone, and when someone's on the phone, she goes crazy. All right, here we go. We've loaded up. We're in. We hit with Kang. And where do I want to go with this? I'm going to go over here on the left. I'm going to avoid Red Hulk. I'm going to avoid Rogue. This is definitely going to be a challenge. And then I've got Super Skrull. He can drop that ability block. he can drop, and he can only drop that if he has 2 hero allies. So yeah, you really want the 2 heroes. You really want the 2 villains on the team. You got to do that. That's like essential. Where do I want that ability block? I think I want it here on Morgan Le Fay. I think I want the ability block on Morgan Le Fay. Got the exposed on Morgan Le Fay. That'll clear any barrier that she gets on her. Let me get the Fury summons out here. Might also just want to do the Fury special there, but I think those summons are good enough. You want the summons out there to power up Super Skrull's ultimate. So yeah, that's like brain dead now. You want to do that. And then we're going to Super Skrull Basic. Basic's going to chain around. He's going to get Safeguard from doing it. It ignores defense up if he has villains. It applies Disrupted if he has heroes. Very, very good. It chains to stealth attacks. It's unavoidable. Man, it's good. All right, we're just going to hit right into that exposed. Bounce around here a little bit. Apocalypse is almost dead. Now, if that was a big Apocalypse, I don't think he'd be almost dead already. I'm kind of hoping that my Fury summon survives so that I get the big damage bonus, because I think, we're going to get to Kang ultimate. I think this is over. Yeah, this is over. We don't even need the Kang ultimate, or the Super Skrull ultimate, but once this goes off, everybody dies. It's such a devastating move. Psionic Supernova. You get trauma for 2 turns to the primary target. It flips defense up on all enemies. It attacks all enemies for 700% piercing. If you spawned with villain allies, it gets an addition. So it's doing 1,000 points of piercing damage. Plus, since I have heroes out here, I'm getting plus 10% damage overall with each hero that's on the board. With the Fury summons, I have an additional 40%. Plus Kestrel, it's an extra 50% damage on top of all the insane piercing damage. It's going to put, if I have the 2 hero allies, it actually applies trauma to everybody. And it's going to bury yourself and everybody else. It has 1,000% focus. It's unavoidable. It can't be blocked or counterattacked. It's insane. The only thing that's going to prevent Rogue from dying is that death proof on her. That's it. So she's going to get to strike back, but she doesn't have a chance now. There's not anything on this planet she can do. Doom almost feels like an afterthought on this team. I think if anything, you can drop Doom off of this. Put another villain on here. Who knows who's gonna be released in the time that it takes Super Skrull to come out to be available in your roster. But there it is, everybody. There's Super Skrull. Let me know what you think about him down in the comments below. A lot of other great videos on this channel, so check them out. And Gravediggers, keep digging.